You love mochi ice cream and you saw a previous video on super easy 3-ingredient mochi, you are in for a treat. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take that simple mochi recipe and transform it into delicious mochi ice cream, customized to you and your family. No fancy tools, no complicated steps, just pure homemade goodness that your whole family will love. First, we'll need to prepare the ice cream balls since we want them to freeze for a few hours before we're ready to wrap them. So take your favorite ice cream. For us, these are our favorites. My ultimate is Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. The kids love their cookies and cream. The beauty is that you can make as little or as much as you want. You don't have to buy a whole box of just one flavor and another box of another to match flavors of your choice in the family, but you can also pick the quality of the ice cream. All of the things is customized to you. Scoop that favorite ice cream into these cupcake liners. I like the silicone liners because then it's just reusable, environmentally friendly. Just toss them in the dishwasher. Just scoop them into as circle as you can, the sizes you want, and then freeze until firm. Here's what you need for the recipe. It's just 3 things plus water. So you need your sugar, mochiko or shiratamako. You can use either one in this particular case. There is a difference, but we can use either one. Water and katakuriko or potato starch so that nothing gets too sticky. I don't like to add sugar to a ton of stuff, but this will keep the mochi moist and give it a little more flavor. So I do recommend using it in this case. And then you just mix them all together. Make sure it's mixed really, really well without big old clumps around. This is the texture or consistency that you want. You can flavor the mochi or add anything you want inside. I think it would be really fun to add a little bit of the ice cream as you're melting it in with the mochi. That would give it an extra boost of flavor. And once you get that, you want to cover the glass bowl loosely with plastic wrap and microwave it for a minute. Then take it out, mix, then put it in for another minute, mix, then another 30 seconds, and you are done when it is translucent and it looks like this.
Great.
Be careful because it is hot. Not only the bowl, but that mochi will be really, really hot. And you want to use a wet spatula when you're mixing it around so that it doesn't stick everywhere. Feel free to prepare your roll-out surface with katakuriko and potato starch while the microwave intervals are going so that you can be as efficient as possible. Just make sure to dust it really well, dust that rolling pin really well. Otherwise, you're going to have a big, goopy, sticky mess. And trust me, you do not want that. Once your mochi is ready, be sure to dump it out on the surface carefully because, like I said, it is hot, and make sure all the surfaces are covered with starch, flip it over, do all the things, and you will be able to tell when you're touching it whether it is super sticky or the right amount of starchiness. Then roll out the dough pretty thin with that rolling pin. Use a round cookie cutter if you have one. Or if you don't, like we did not have one that size, you can use any old glass or bowl. We are using this pint-sized glass, and it worked out actually really well. You just have to be resourceful. If there's too much starch on your cut out pieces, feel free to just dust them off. You can use a pastry brush, or you could just use your hands and just kind of take it off. There's also a benefit to helping mom in the kitchen because we all need to taste test each step as we go, right?
Yeah.
美味しい。
I see. Perks of helping mama cook?
After a few hours, I recommend at least 2 hours in the freezer for those ice cream balls to make sure they're really solid when you're wrapping them up. Take out the ice cream and then use each circle that you have cut out of mochi. And I recommend doing a pull and stretch technique. So you pull each flap as you roll it in, pull and stretch as you wrap that frozen ice cream ball, and voila! Try to work fast because it does have a tendency to melt. Your hands are warm. You can wrap each one in plastic wrap if you won't be eating them within the day because that will keep more moisture in and you're not putting them back into melted ice cream wrappers. More on that later, but we did kind of make that mistake because we were a little lazy. However, it's not the end of the world to have a little ice cream on the outside. Your hands just get a little sticky. But once you have them wrapped, put them back into the freezer again for another few hours. You want to make sure that they are set again, otherwise they're going to be squishy and gooey, which isn't the worst thing in the world either. I like it either way, but if you can be patient, it will be harder, it will be firmer, it'll be more ice cream bitier. Now that you've been patient, it is taste test time. Isn't that the best time? You get to taste it, you get to eat it, you get to enjoy it, and
I had the cookie and cream. It's really good. It's
really
my
good?
favorite ice cream.
Yum. It's a little bit messy, huh? Probably because Mama put it into
Yeah.
the container with the ice cream still. What do you have?
Coffee.
Coffee. Mama's favorite Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. Oishi? I'm going to get the half and half one. I am so excited. Next time, I will not put it back into the container. I was lazy and I thought, I'll just put it back in. But then it makes a little like wedge thing here. Freeze it for a little longer. We just put it back in for a little bit, but if you freeze it overnight, it'll be delicious and not as soft, but it's so good. Do you see the half and half right there? This side's cookies and cream, this side is coffee. Super easy to make. It just takes a little time off, but the outside is so fresh.
happy kids equals happy vids. I just came up with that one. But it tastes amazing, friends. I would love to see what combos you make. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Mata ne!